We are truly, truly excited this morning to have you all here for the 12th ASU Undergraduate Research Symposium. A lot of people have worked so hard. The students, the faculty, the supporting staff, our guest speaker that arrived very early this morning, Ms. Andrea Towns-Byrd. So we are truly happy to start. And I'm going to call my co-presiding officer, Dr. Andrea Towns-Jones, to join me, and we'll kick it off. Thank you all so much for coming. My name is Dr. Nneka Nora Osakwe. I'm the director for the Office of Transformational Student Experiences, which is a hub for the undergraduate research and all scholarly experiences global learning. So you are welcome to this forum. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Osakwe. And so now we will continue with the welcome from our deans. We'll start with Dean Hatch, that is the Dean for the College of Arts and Sciences here at Albany State University.
Well, good morning, everyone. So I'm Melanie Hatch, and I hate to correct, but I am Dean of the best College of Arts and Sciences in the state of Georgia. I'm just saying. So it's wonderful to be here with you this morning. I had a chance to see a few of your posters right before we were asked to come into the room, and I have to say, the work you are doing, I am blown away. It is so incredible. And thank you for those of you that I got to personally talk to and have you explain your work to me. You know, I am a professor of operations research, which is a specialty area of industrial engineering. And so as an engineer, as a math professor here, I have always valued experiential learning opportunities that we can do with our students. You know, these kinds of activities, particularly when you're looking at research, it just gives you so many benefits to both the professor and the student. When you stand back and you think about what you've accomplished, you have pushed the boundaries of knowledge. I mean, that is just so amazing. You are really honing your critical thinking skills, and you're perhaps preparing yourself for, you know, the rest of your future in terms of your career. Maybe you're thinking about grad school. I know I spoke with a couple of you, and if you're not thinking about it, you should. And so, again, just keep on doing the amazing work that you're doing. You should be incredibly proud of yourselves. Thank you to all of the faculty who are serving as mentors, because this is such a great way as a professor to kind of give back and to really extend the learning of our students. So please enjoy the day. I know I'm looking forward to hearing more about the work that you're doing. So keep it up, and I appreciate everything that you do. Thank you.
Thank you, Dean Hatch, for that warm welcome. And now we'll have Dr. Sarah Branson, who is the Dean of the Dartmouth College and Health Professions. She is currently not here, but her welcome is in your actual program, so please feel free to read it at your leisure. Next, we'll have Dr. Ngwafu, who is the Dean of College of Business Education and Professional Studies, and he too is not here. And his welcome is also included in our program. And so now we will have Dr. Porter, who's our interim provost here at Albany State University, who will now provide the welcome and acknowledgments to you all, and also on the behalf of the president, who was not able to attend today. And now we'll welcome Dr. Porter.
Good morning, good morning. All right, ladies and gentlemen, esteemed students and faculty, today I stand before you to emphasize the profound importance of undergraduate research in our academic community. As we celebrate the achievements of our students and the dedication of our faculty, it's crucial to recognize the transformative impact of research at the undergraduate level. I would like to personally thank Dr. Osakwe and her team for putting on this program. Her dedication to the Office of Transformative Student Experiences is remarkable. She must focus her efforts to supporting the honors program, international education, and undergraduate research. So let's give her a hand. Undergraduate research is more than just an academic exercise. It's a journey of discovery, innovation, and personal growth. It offers students the opportunity to delve into areas of interest, to ask probing questions, and to seek answers through rigorous investigation. Through research, students develop critical thinking skills, hone their problem-solving abilities, and cultivate a deeper understanding of their chosen fields. They learn to navigate the complexities of data analysis, to communicate their findings effectively, and to collaborate with peers and mentors. But perhaps most importantly, undergraduate research fosters a spirit of curiosity and creativity that extends far beyond the classroom. It empowers students to challenge conventional wisdom, to explore new frontiers of knowledge, and to make meaningful contributions to their disciplines and society as a whole. For the faculty, mentoring undergraduate researchers is an opportunity to inspire the next generation of scholars and innovators. It allows us to share our passion for discovery, to guide students through the research process, and to witness firsthand the transformational impact of their work. Undergraduate research enriches our academic community by fostering a culture of intellectual curiosity and collaboration. It encourages interdisciplinary dialogue, sparks new ideas, and strengthens the bond between students and faculty across departments and disciplines. In conclusion, I urge both students and faculty alike to embrace the opportunities that undergraduate research affords. Let us continue to push the boundaries of knowledge, to seek answers to the most pressing questions of our time, and to inspire others to join us on this journey of discovery. Thank you all for your participation in undergraduate research.
Thank you, Dr. Porter. And so now we'll move forward with the remaining parts of our program as scheduled. And now what we'll have is a student from the Department of Natural Sciences, a senior biology major, Ms. Skylar Armstead, that will come up and introduce our keynote speaker for this morning. Ms. Skylar Armstead.
Thank you, Dr. Jones. All right, good morning, everybody. I just wanted to thank everybody for coming out today and supporting us. I know it's early, and y'all are sacrificing y'all time to be here, so I really want to say thank you for just supporting us and all the work that we've done over the semester. This morning, we have a special speaker with us today, Ms. Andrea Towns-Byrd, who serves as a chemist and former oversight chemist for the United States Department of Agriculture's National Science Laboratories and the Agricultural Marketing Services and Science and Technology Division, which is in the Blakely, Georgia site. The National Science Laboratory Network provides chemical, microbiological, and biomolecular analyses on agricultural commodities intended to enter and be marketed in the domestic and international supply chain for food and other U.S.-based regulations supported by federal law. As one of the lead chemists and only female chemists at her lab site, Ms. Towns-Byrd specializes in the chemical analysis of domestic and imported agricultural products, pharmaceutical drugs, and other specialty agricultural products for naturally occurring toxins. In her role as an oversight chemist, Ms. Towns-Byrd provided federal oversight for private industry that utilize on-site laboratories for the production and testing of agricultural products intended to be sold domestically or internationally to ensure USDA regulations were adhered to. She also assists the quality management system team, where she is one of the few people in charge of maintaining quality assurance and control with the NSCL Blakely Laboratory. She helps develop and validate analytical methods used throughout the laboratory and supports as well as participates in the laboratory proficiency program through the American Oil Chemists Society. She does community education and outreach for the lab through entities that include the Georgia Department of Education's STEAM program and Science Atlanta, and local schools in Southwest Georgia. Ms. Towns-Byrd is a 2010 graduate and a proud alumna of Albany State University, where she earned her Bachelor of Science degree in Forensic Science with a minor in chemistry. So thank you for being here today, Ms. Byrd. Thank you again.
Good morning. So, as she said, my name is Andrea Towns-Byrd, and I serve as one of the lead chemists for the National Science Laboratories with the Science and Technology Division through the United States Department of Agriculture. I want to start off by saying thank you to Dr. Osakwe, the Office of Transformational Student Experiences, Dr. Williams, and Albany State University for giving me this opportunity to come home to speak to the Undergraduate Research Symposium. I thought about how I wanted to start this presentation, and what better way to start it than with food. One thing we all have in common is that we all love to eat, I think, and even if we don't, we have to eat. So we're all bonded by food. There it go. There we go. Yeah. So, I'm more of an interactive speaker. So, if you eat Chick-fil-A, raise your hand. Okay. I would think most of you, since you all have a very nice location here located on campus now. Have you ever wondered how you're able to eat the foods that you love without them hurting you, or worst case scenario, killing you? My colleagues and I are a part of the reason you get to enjoy most of the foods and pharmaceuticals that we all love and need. We even handle wildlife feed, which is food for the animals that we love so much. What we do is analyze, qualitate, and quantitate naturally occurring toxins or poisons that are found in contaminated agricultural products. These toxins are regulated by the federal government through the FDA and the United States Department of Agriculture. We also extract oils from these products to help to determine and assess shelf life. So that best buy date that you see on the products that you buy in the stores and that you use, our lab is very instrumental in determining that. Why do we do what we do at the National Science Laboratories? Unfortunately, in nature, you cannot have the good without the bad. The sun could shine all day today on Monday, and on Tuesday morning, a tornado could come through. It is just a part of life. So the same is with foods that we grow to support the nation's food supply. The FDA, the CDC, the USDA, and the World Health Organization's researchers work together to determine how much poison the human and animal body could consume without any harmful effects. So with that being said, researchers have had to find ways to utilize the good while maintaining a balance with the bad so that they are not harmed by what is in our food. This video which should play, shows me at the USDA Dawson Laboratory where I served as a USDA oversight chemist. There were two reasons for my job. One was to ensure that manufacturers were meeting federal regulations with the products that they developed and sold, and two, to provide field data to our researchers.
On a local level. I'm actually from South Georgia, and a lot of the peanuts and peanut products that we test here, I get to be a part of making sure that they're safe for everyone else to consume. So that makes me feel better in knowing that, hey, I play a large role in what we produce in agriculture down in South Georgia.
My apologies. So, how do we do what we need to do at the USDA National Science Laboratories? Our jobs would not exist without research, which is why we're here today. The research is the reason that all professions are able to keep up with the changing times to meet the needs of the people like you and me. All researchers, including myself, participate in research almost on a daily basis in some way. Whether we're researching to develop new methods in our lab or providing field data to our in-house research laboratories or other agencies, research is a part of our professional lives. And at the end of this presentation, I will have an appendix where you can use the QR codes to access some of the points that I will be making. As you can see, we utilize many different organizations to get the research needed to be competent public servants, because no matter what our titles are, we are public servants. And you will want the people chosen to serve you to have all of the relevant research and knowledge. We also provide these agencies with data for their research as they utilize as well. And a few of these you may be familiar with here on campus. We have the American Chemical Society, or the ACS, the AOCS, the AOAC, the FDA, Food and Drug Administration, the National Institute of Health, the CDC, and then we also have international research agencies that we use, which is ISO, who also provides our audits to make sure that we're technically competent. The one in the middle, the United States Department of Agriculture Ag Research Center, is one that I wanted to highlight because that is our agency's principal in-house research. We use this in-house research to lead the change from within in the areas of ag research. What you all may not realize is that there are 5 major ag research sites here in the state of Georgia, specializing in different areas: Athens, Georgia; Byron, Georgia; Griffin, Georgia; Tifton, Georgia; and Dawson, Georgia. Both Tifton and Dawson sites are less than 50 miles from the campus of Albany State University. Not only does ag research support every other agency within the USDA, each agency, including our own, provides data for them to ensure that their research is up to date and accurate with the changing times. The research lab in Dawson is the only national peanut research lab in the United States. And the research lab in Tifton is the watershed and crop genetic and breeding labs. So you all have research even surrounding you right now that's going on every day. Diversity in research is extremely important. Although I am in STEM, we are not just STEM majors that support the field that support the USDA. Just a few diverse fields of research that we use in the NSL we have marketing, we have policy and law, economics, agriculture, STEM, transportation and logistics, finance, commerce and foreign trade, and public health. All of these fields are working together to ensure we all have the information needed to support the day-to-day in the National Science Laboratories Network. You do not have to be in STEM to contribute to research or to be in the field. And there will be a QR code that you can scan. The law that supports that we are researching for, that supports what we do, is in what's called the Code of Federal Regulations. And in that code, that shows there's about 50 subject matters that researchers participate in to make this code that governs each executive department of the federal government. So the importance of academic excellence in undergraduate research to your future career and possibly the world. USA Jobs is the United States government site for listing job opportunities with federal agencies. I have a QR code listed in the appendix so that you can use to search USA Jobs. But what I want to tell you is when you scan this QR code, the very first jobs you're going to see are research positions. They are always wanting people to assist in research and work in research positions within the United States Department of Agriculture. This is what Albany State University is preparing you for. All these researchers, including myself, are once sitting where you are as students today, getting the foundation you need to become great researchers. Back in 2018, I was able, along with my science and technology team, to travel to Washington, D.C. to present our research to the then Secretary of Agriculture, Dr. Sonny Perdue, and former governor of Georgia. And the bottom left-hand corner are the final pictures, and these pictures comprise just moments of just glimpses of what it took. It took a few years to gather the data, to get the research, and it culminated to that moment where we were presenting research in D.C. So research is extremely, extremely, extremely important. My job would not exist without research. I cannot work without providing data to the researchers that support our job, as well as them supporting us. These are the QR codes that I was speaking of that are in the appendix. I've also included scholarship, internships, and career opportunities with the USDA, USA Jobs, the site to our USDA in-house research agency, the articles on the history and research of the toxins that we actually test for on a day-to-day basis, and the USDA National Science Laboratory website, along with the Code of Federal Regulations. Research for us at the USDA is a diverse group of professionals working together for a common goal, which is to make sure that the agricultural world is ready to meet the changes and challenges of yesterday, today, and tomorrow. And that is it for me. And I want to go back. Okay, it's still, please utilize the QR codes to, especially the scholarship. You all, I heard that the young lady that introduced me was graduating, and you're going on to graduate school. They have pathways, opportunities. If you go on to a graduate school, that is an 1890 land-grant institution. They offer scholarships that will get you a job immediately, depending on the major that you are seeking or the discipline you're going into, as well as internships. And just getting to learn more about agriculture. My degree was in forensic science and chemistry, and I never thought in a million years that I would be working for the USDA. Do not box yourself in. Your degree can get you anywhere from Albany State University. So please, if you have any, I think they have a Q&A session later, but I can give you these codes to scan if you need them for resources. And thank you so much for your time. I'm sorry about the hiccups.
Thank you so much, Ms. Byrd, for that insightful presentation. We appreciate you and your team's public service efforts for keeps us also safe. because you know we love Chick-fil-A here at Albany State University. So we appreciate those tests to keep it safe. And also, thank you for taking the time out of your day to share your experiences, resources, and your day-to-day operations. It's always great to see a fellow RAM thriving in our society and representing ASU. And for that, we thank you again. Let's give her a round of applause. We have a special gift for you. So does anybody have any questions? What about resources, internships, any questions? Okay, all right. Dr. Williams, you want to start?
Sure. First of all, thank you for your words and sharing your wisdom with our students.
Okay, so he asked what the process was for the recall. It's a very long and tedious process. I will start with that. A batch of food, or sometimes pharmaceuticals. There are research in pharmaceuticals, recalls in pharmaceuticals as well. And if that test exceeds federal regulations, depending on how far, there's levels to how far it can exceed. So if it exceeds federal regulations, we then hop on a call with the FDA, and then the FDA hops on a call with the CDC. We fill out the appropriate forms, we notify the agencies, then we notify that customer, whoever manufactured that product, and then we give them 30 days to let us know what they plan to do about it. So they have 30 days to respond, and then after that, and then there's also an investigation. From the moment, let me rewind, I apologize. There's an investigation from day one. Once it exceeds federal regulations, from that moment moving forward, then the FDA do have people that go on site if they need to go on site companies to test, to check products, and that's pretty much how it goes. And then from there, we provide all the documentation. Traceability is huge in our field, so we provide all the documentation that the FDA and the CDC needs, and from there they conduct the investigations into that company, and from there they can be fined, they can be shut down. Sometimes they are given second chances. This depends on the situation. So it's pretty, you're welcome.
Any other questions, students? All right, I will start in the back. Ms. Flowers?
Keep going to school. The field work will be there. They will always have something for you to do. But to go back to school, so continue in your academic pursuit. And there will always be, and you can always go in the field. There are agencies who support, which is the USDA. They send you back to school. They support your academics as well, because they want you to be well educated, well prepared. They'll train you. So definitely continue your academic pursuit and still look for those field opportunities. Make sure your resume or CV, whichever you use, is updated, and never, ever give up. This degree here can get you anywhere. We have of veterinary medicine that we have an agency called Animal Plant Health and Inspection Service, APHIS, and they're doctors. We have medical doctors that work with us through our research agency. Some go to medical school and utilize the research and the education from medical school, and they put it in the field. So absolutely, you can go to medical school and still work in the field. So I started at a private environmental lab, and I did that for about 3 years. And from there, that's how I was introduced into environmental science and ag. And then I was able to go on to the USDA, where I've been for almost 10 years now. So it does take time, because you just don't walk in at the top. You know, you have to work hard to get to where you want to go, but it does take time, but it's worth it, you know. So in corner, we do have a pathways program. I actually just finished training to UAB undergraduate students. They come and work in the summers. They get in-field laboratory experience. They can go to our research labs. It just depends on what they want to do. And sometimes and a lot of the pathways programs will actually send you to DC. I am a field chemist,
So I work in the field. I am traveling about, but those pathways programs, yes, they are available, and I would suggest taking advantage of them. They're usually free, so they will get you there, feed you, and all of that. So. So, I actually have a former college professor right now in the audience, Dr. McCreary. And she was my micro professor. So, I truly enjoyed my time here at Albany State University. I attribute, even now in my career, what I learned here is the reason I am who I am today. I know what I know today, not because of what I got when I graduated, but the foundation I received here. A lot of times we feel like, oh, the professors are just talking. You need to listen to what they're saying. They're trying to prepare you to be functioning professionals in the world. And you can't do that without the knowledge that they're giving you. One reason why I do so well, they always, at work, when there's a huge amount of reading to do, they always slide the methods books or the research to me. And I was just like, I don't want to do it, but I don't mind doing it. Dr. McCreary's syllabus in undergrad made me read. I read everything, including footnotes. These things matter. If you don't believe, I do it every day. They matter. And so we often think it's, we don't look at it as face, don't look at what they're giving you as face value. They're going to prepare you for where you need to be. So, yes. Research here, I did some research in the forensics program here. Just so thankful for what I got here from Albany State University, and you should be too. A lot of people don't get to get the hands-on instruction. When you go to large universities, and I've been there, I've been to trainings at very large universities where there's 300 people in a classroom, but here, when you have that small classroom setting, you get that one-on-one interaction with your professor, and you get that knowledge that is invaluable.
Any other questions? All right, let's give her another round of applause.
Much, Ms. Byrd, for that wonderful, wonderful presentation, especially giving examples of what students will experience once they get into the field and giving resources of where to go and sharing the fact that it does not matter what degree you have jobs available to you. And that ASU is one of the greatest universities we have in Georgia here that will give you one-on-one that you cannot get anywhere. I don't want to mention big schools, but you get one-on-one with your professors. And that is the preparation that we give here at ASU. There's so much to say, but we just want to appreciate the students that are here. We have 60 students who have participated in undergraduate research beginning last fall and ending this semester. Please give a round of applause for all of them. These students are engaged in research, not through just the funding of Title III, but through several grants. This year, we are innovating the idea of converging all these grants and acknowledging the work that professors, students do at the corner and nobody recognizes them. So we want you all to know that we acknowledge and we see what you do, this time you spend in the lab. I know that Skylar was in the lab 2 days ago and she was there at even 10 p.m. trying to get through without her professor. So many others are doing that, and we want to acknowledge and say we truly, truly appreciate all of you. You are the model that we are looking for. We will possibly replicate you so that you motivate other students. We also say thank you to you for recognizing our able mentor, faculty, or undergraduate research mentor for decades at Albany State University. And we are also honoring her today. And I'm going to call on Dr. Williams to do the rest of the work. Thank you all so much.
Thank you, Dr. Osakwe, and good morning, everyone. Now, today is a special day, and the one way you can tell it's a special day is the fact that I'm wearing a blazer. Anybody who knows me knows I don't like wearing blazers. So if you see me in one, something special must be happening. And trust me, there's a reason why I brought this up. It's going to come up in a second, all right? But I'm here today because this moment is truly a celebration. Today, we would like to celebrate a longtime member of the Albany State University Ramily. Our honoree today has been a mentor, a professor, what we like to call an other mother. And she's been a vessel of support for students here at Albany State. In fact, this faculty member has literally trained and mentored thousands of students who have come through these hallowed halls since 1995 when she started here at ASU. Whether it's writing letters of recommendation for students to get into internships, and let me tell you students, if she writes you a letter of recommendation, it's all but certain that you're going to hear yes when you get the decision. Or her reminding students to dress appropriately for the academic environment. This blazer represents the many times when I was an undergrad that she told me, John at the time, get yourself together, dress for the career that you want, and this is a professional environment. And I remember that to this day. Or maybe it's the litany of positive affirmations that she's given to her students, such as, there's a difference between read and read, hearing and understanding. Or telling you, go with your gut sense. Or, Andrea, you might remember this one. There's many ways to get to California, right? Which means that there's many ways for you to get to your goals and your dreams, and you find the one that works best for you. Regardless of how she impacts you, when you have been touched by this faculty member, you know that you've been made better. And so, ladies and gentlemen, if you would, for me, please rise to your feet. And I want you to take your left hand, your right hand, let them meet in the middle and start clapping for this wonderful individual, my mentor and the matriarch of the Natural Sciences Department, Dr. Joanne McCrary.
Okay, so the trophy reads, Excellence is the Standard. Office of Transformational Student Experiences Lifetime Achievement Award for ASU Undergraduate Research, Dr. Joanne McCrary, PhD, 2024. So, thank you for supporting our students. Thank you for your presence in the Ramily and just doing everything you always do for our family. Thank you.
I don't know what to say. I was surprised, totally surprised. Tears come to my eyes. All I can say is thank you. It is you who helped to make me to help you. Thank you.
All right, now we're going to have a short intermission, and then we will come back together at 10:15 a.m. Oh, yes. Oh, sorry. I forgot about that. Let's now present the gift to our speaker, Ms. Byrd. Let's give her another round of applause for that amazing and insightful speech. Yes, that's huge. Thank you so much, Ms. Byrd. We appreciate your efforts and again representing us here at Albany State University. All right, so now we'll have that intermission. We will have oral presentations in room 141, 143, and 187. So you'll pick a room, of course, presenters, you'll go to your respective rooms. And in the program, you actually have a list of the individuals that are doing orals this morning. And it is in the... It is on page 11. On page 11 and 10. So if you look on page 10 in your program, it says oral presentations, and you can actually see the presentations and the presenters at their respective times that say room 141. So on page 10, you have the room 141, and these individuals are doing, again, oral presentations and not posters. And so every single room represents a group. And so this is the College of Arts and Sciences. And again, you see the individuals that will start at 10:15 and go up until 12.
Okay, thank you all so much.